Shout out to my Pitta friends, fiery ones. This one is for you, especially my hot yoga friends, my Pitta hot yogis, because Lord knows all the Pittas are gonna wanna do hot yoga because in Ayurveda we know that like increases like. Pittas, naturally fiery people, are gonna be drawn to the super fiery, awesome hot yoga practice. So, what are some ways we can work with our lifestyle to make sure that our hot yoga practice does not throw us out of balance further, but on the other hand, can restore a natural sense of balance and harmony and feeling our very, very best so that we can bring our best selves into the world and show up as the greatest version of ourselves. So, I've done some reflecting on this. I practice hot yoga every single day, 75 to 80 minutes, just about every day, unless I'm going out of town or something, at which point I usually do the same sequence that I would do in the heated room in a non heated room somewhere. Um, I came up with 6 different tips, 6 different ways that I work with this and have seen my practice evolve as I've implemented more of these different steps I'm going to share with you. So, step number 1 is diet, 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 diet. So, a raw food diet, y'all, it makes such a big difference. Oh my goodness, I can't imagine otherwise, really. Um, Check out my books if you need inspiration. The links are in the description. There's Raw Food Ayurveda Volume 1, which is sweet recipes, and Volume 2, which are savory recipes. So you got both, and you got between the two over 128 recipes, something like that. So many, many, many choices, all of which have modifications for Pitta Dosha. And the good news is that a raw food diet, low fat, raw, vegan, fruit based, is very cooling and soothing for Pitta of all the doshas. So it's really going to be very balancing for Pitta. Thus, eating a very, very cooling diet is going to increase your ability to tolerate the heat and actually get even more benefits from your hot yoga practice. Number 2, this one's easier than diet. So, friends who are like, oh my god, I'm not gonna change my diet, which I understand, y'all, it can be hard, it takes time, that's okay, but it's not about suffering. Number 2 is practice in the morning. The earlier, the better. It's cooler in the morning. Our bodies are cooler in the morning. So we again, we're going to tolerate the heat better. It's actually going to be helpful to kind of warm up the body in that way. And so bring greater balance to our hot yoga practice even in the summertime, especially in the summertime, it's going to be cooler. I would say the evening would be a good time to practice too. However, if you're talking about, practicing 6, 7 p.m., then that's almost like revving you up too much in the evening hours when you want to just be kind of settling in. So the latest I like to practice personally is like 4:30 to 6 o'clock. Going any later than that, that's going to push dinner back later too, so meaning you're going to be digesting your food later, meaning your sleep quality is going to go down. So really, morning is the ideal time. If you must practice in the evening, then that would be better than say noon. So do what you gotta do, see what works for you. Intermittent fasting is tip number 3. So, with intermittent fasting, you're only eating in a certain window of time For me, that's somewhere between 10 and 12 in the morning until 5 to 7 p.m. So the rest of the time I'm not eating, I'm fasting, 16 to 18 hours a day, which is naturally going to cool my body down because my digestive system has a time to just relax, to rest. And when our digestive system is relaxed, we're going to be cooler. We're not going to be generating as much heat, which is going to be balancing for us fiery folks. And after a while, your hunger levels and your appetite levels adjust, given that the rest of your diet is like when you are actually eating and what you're actually eating is nutrient dense, then you will feel satisfied and your pitta cravings and hunger are not going to be out of control. So intermittent fasting, I think, is a really wonderful key, and practicing yoga on an empty stomach, if at all possible, is really the way to go in my experience, for many levels, for many reasons. You're going to get into poses deeper, you're going to be able to breathe more fully. I really, really prefer the feeling of lightness and emptiness when I am practicing hot yoga. Celery juice daily. This is tip number 4. That naturally balances the electrolytes in the body. It is the perfect after hot yoga drink, friends. Y'all try it. It's so good. It also has the added benefit of, satisfying those, our nutritional needs, so that, we have less cravings and things like that. And I'm not needing to then add salt in order to balance my electrolytes so that my blood pressure is naturally lower. Pittas tend to have higher blood pressure, so it's a natural way to balance electrolytes, not rely on salt to balance your electrolytes, thus lowering blood pressure, thus, heart rate is going to be lower. All of these things are going to serve to keep the body a bit cooler and be more tolerant and accepting of the hot yoga practice. So that is awesome. Hydration, friends. Drink as much as you need. Drink according to thirst. Don't drink just for the heck of it. I've said this many times. I start every day with 40 ounces of water or more, then go to yoga or go horseback riding, have another 40 ounces or more after that, and then throughout the rest of the day I drink as often as I need to, according to my thirst. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's not a lot. So it's really, really important to drink plain, high quality water, filtered, distilled, reverse osmosis, whatever you can get that is the very best that you can have, and make sure you drink it. And don't pour some kind of aspartame, fake sugar crap into it, y'all. That just ruins it. If you don't like the taste of water, put some lemon juice in there, put some mint leaves in there, slice up some cucumber, put that in there. Put some fresh fruit or veggies in it, whole pieces, any kind of citrus is good. Buy organic if you're going to keep the peel on it, and do that. But don't use the packaged crap, okay? That's not going to hydrate you at all. Herbal tea can be hydrating, but make sure it's herbal and doesn't contain caffeine. Really, friends, just plain water is your best bet. And also making sure you eat a hydrating diet. So a diet of lots of fresh fruits and vegetables is going to be extremely, extremely hydrating. So number 6 is know when you need to be inside, when you need to rest, when you need to stay cool, and actually honor that. So making sure wherever you're spending most of your time is a comfortable temperature for you, making sure your sleeping environment is adequately cool, making sure that if you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you're feeling overheated, that you're actually paying attention to that and resting, taking a day off, taking it easy when you're in the hot yoga room, and really just listening to your body for those cues and honoring it. Again, the Apple Watch can be, or a Fitbit or heart rate monitor can be a great tool to work with, so you can actually see the data and like know, okay, yeah, need to lay down now, or whatever. Yeah, only slept 5 hours. Why don't I take a nap instead of go to hot yoga class? You know, I'm feeling really heated. And yeah, number 7 would be kind of thinking about post yoga eating. I mean, it really kind of, I'm like circling back to number 1, which is raw food diet, but making sure after you practice hot yoga, I like to have celery juice. Then I have my first meal of the day, which is typically like very good choices for pitta balancing. So either a fruit mono meal, it's summertime right now, so honeydew melon, watermelon, mangoes would be great choices also, or have a giant bowl of banana ice cream, which is made with frozen ripe bananas. And you know, usually I'm putting cacao in it, I'm putting fresh mint leaves in it, making it ultra cooling, ultra pitta pacifying, and just delicious, like awesome, satisfying. Or I'm having like a giant green smoothie, couple glasses of that, you know, with lots of greens and lots of fruit and nutrient dense foods. So those are really awesome ways to refuel after your hot yoga practice. If I'm practicing in the evening, I tend to have my big juicy salad, like vegetable based meal afterwards with, you know, a whole avocado, a whole head of lettuce, 1 or 2 cucumbers, big tomatoes. Very, very hydrating, very delicious, and that helps me recover super fast, so that even if I'm, you know, doing hot yoga at 4:30 to 6 in the evening, then I can go to sleep, have my meal, digest, go to sleep, wake up at 6 in the morning, go back to hot yoga in the morning. I'm recovered. I feel good. I'm fine. I'm like, let's go. Extra push-ups. Here we go. So these are all very good tips for how to work with Pitta Dosha, balance Pitta Dosha, and still have a consistent hot yoga practice. So again, check out my books, y'all. They're very, very helpful. It's how I do it. Leave me a comment, you know, if you are a hot yogi, Pitta Dosha person, because I know you're out there. And yeah, that is all for today. Just a quick review. We've got raw food diet, practice in the morning, intermittent fast, unless you're recovering from an eating disorder and like, you know, that's gonna trigger you. Don't do that, okay? Celery juice daily can be very, very helpful. Hydrating adequately, knowing what you need to do, be inside, rest, stay cool, etc. And number 7, my little add-on tip about different ideas for post-hot yoga meals. Very, very cooling, pitta pacifying choices. So thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you like it, subscribe for more. Coming out with new videos every day, friends. So lots of awesome stuff to come, lots more to share. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. And to all my hot yogis, namaste.